In today's video, we are going to the cottage where we will build a DIY privacy screen out of upcycled materials, but let's just begin with what we initially had planned for screening of the little country lane that runs along my countryside property, which was growing trees. So I gathered and planted a lot of trees this spring, but because it will take years to grow, for the time being I need to come up with a temporary solution, and building a privacy screen seems like a good idea. But you know guys, I am into recycling, upcycling. Therefore, buying supplies for this project is not an option. And so let's go to the cottage, have a look, go through all the scrap material what I have saved from the previous owner, see what we have and what we can come up with. Hairy bikers are out. Quite a lot of them. Quite a lot of them. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look what materials we have in this barn. See this one? This one was meant to be like a towel hanger in the bathroom. See? But because the bathroom been put on hold for a moment, this one also has been put on hold. So I got some pallets. Only two. And here in this country you can't get free pallets. Whereas in Spain they are everywhere lying down on the roads, on the side of the roads. You just go and pick it up. So yeah, unfortunately. Then we got a few like wall planks, and I actually did the kitchen wall with it. Yeah, and we still got some left, and I guess this could be all right for the bathroom actually. Ooh, check this out. Not that I'm gonna go fishing now, but yeah. Yeah, I don't want to buy anything apart from maybe a couple of screws or something. I just want to recycle everything what I have. And I have quite a lot here actually. I can't see anything at the moment for the privacy screen unless we can use this. See the tiny ones? Like these. Where the hell else will you use them? Yeah, maybe. Now got quite a lot of them here. It's just work with what you have basically. And so you can't plan much ahead because you kind of need to just first see what you have and then just put pieces together. You know, this is the interesting part about DIY and upcycling. And what do we have in here? Ooh, check this out. Hello, you're right. Okay. Another one. There was a lot of good fat planks before, but we removed them because I don't keep this locked because there's no point. It's gappy anyways, and if anybody wants to come in, they will just, you know, break in easily. So yeah, we got the good material out and away, but we still got, like, you know, things which I can use actually to build something outside, you know, something that doesn't have to be that pretty. So yeah, maybe these could be side posts actually. Look, they're quite strong. Look, quite a lot of good material. It's very overwhelming that the thought that I now need to go sort everything out. Yeah, see? These ones. That's what I had in mind, actually, guys. See? Basically, these ones, which you can't use for anything else anymore. And then just stack them like side by side. And then, yeah, that would be a privacy screen. But the thought that I need to now sort through every single pile, and it's dusty and dirty, yucky. I don't know. I'm struggling. I'm struggling between wanting to upcycle and between just wanna get new material and just get on with things, you know? Yeah, I do understand now why lots of people don't do upcycling, because it's much more work. So it would take me at least a day or two to just sort out these materials. I think I'm just being over ambitious. Maybe 3-4 days to sort out through every single pile that I have here. And see, it is time consuming. Whereas it's just so easy to just go and buy. But no, we are not gonna buy. No, that's it. We are not gonna buy. We are gonna use what we have. Despite, even if it takes ages to sort things out. Okay. Last one. Shit. The big carpet there. Ooh, look at this saucepan. Quite witchy. We're gonna cook something in it this summer. And then got some tables and things. Fridge. And then under this pile, apparently we have a wood stove. Apparently they were using this little space as a summer kitchen. And they even have a chimney. How crazy is that? Summer kitchen? In your fucking dreams. And this one is a cellar, but I haven't opened this door since. See? You can see it hasn't been opened for a while. And you know why? Because most of the times there's water building inside, and inside that water there are reptiles like frogs and snakes. Lots of snakes there in summer. They all go there and cool down. Oh no, so basically it hasn't been open and it won't be open. Oh, hello. Cozy? Rolling? Show them your rolling skills. Rolling. 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 Just something on the floor, maybe. You wouldn't roll like this if there was nothing there. I think it's like a deer's poo or something. Is there a deer's poo? Are you rolling in a deer's poo? Show me. Oh my god, look at the state. Look at the state of him. Crazy. You bit crazy. Crazy. After a time in agony, in mental agony, not wanting to touch any of these, yeah, I am doing it because there is just no option. I'm not buying anything, so I don't have any other choice but to go through the material and see what I mean. Where else would you put something like this? See? And some of them are very nice and long. And yeah, sorting out the pile, finding some planks as well. Yeah, we get there. We're gonna definitely do this pile today, definitely. Okay, we are up in the loft, gathering the tall ones, large, thin ones for the fence. tree. And then I just spotted this awesome bath. Check this out. And then the previous owner's been saving the tumble dryer inside, see? And I just wonder if I can do a fire pit with it. Is it not toxic if you light the fire inside of it? I kind of have heard or seen something like that. Let me know, guys. And wow, look, a wheel, a bicycle wheel, some car chairs. Pretty useless stuff, isn't it? So I had a change of mind. See, I wanted to do the fencing, the privacy screen, all the way along that fence there. My original little fence. But because that would require a lot of wood and material and thought out, it's a bit too much. And so instead I'm gonna make a privacy screen here from the porch to the tree. And then see the seating area, like remake it, make it like a really nice area, because this is my favorite area in the summer, under the shade of the tree. And also I do sunbathing here and everything. So yeah, I will just screen this bit off and leave that one for now. Okay. And yeah, apparently the blackbird is living into the chimney. He's building a nest for his babies there. And so the other day when I tried to light the wood burner, the smoke wouldn't come out of the chimney. The house was all full with smoke, and this is the reason why. So my neighbor said he saw the bird going in and coming out, going in and coming out. And so yeah, he's just bringing more materials and building his nest there. And so I will just let him to do his thing. I'm not staying here in cold weather anyway, so it is basically like a summer house for me. Dacha, in the other words. I'm just sorting out what I need. The nails, cable ties, and basically a hammer and a saw. To make this project happen. I'm not spending any money on like fancy screws or anything like that. Plus I'm reusing the previous owner's nails and screws and what else. Yeah, come on, perfectly good screw. Oh my god, that's a lighter. And what's in here? Ooh, what's this? Check this out. What the heck? Interesting. And now the task is to bring all the material what I sorted for this project out here and see what I have. It's not that much in there. So yeah, making a smaller privacy screen actually was a great idea. I wouldn't have enough material. Because this is not new material, especially bought for a special design. I just need to adjust as I go. There is no plan, there's just one step at a time. And so the first main thing is, the main task is to put this long one straight and somehow attach it to the tree. But we definitely don't want to nail it onto the tree or anything like that. And then make like a supporting pole in between. Here we are. Only took me half day to figure this out. But this is the structure, the base, and now it's just a matter of adding the, planks and whatever. Wow, it looks a bit weird, but honestly, it's gonna make such a big difference to this place. This is how far we are, and this is it. I don't have any more of these long ones. The rest is short. Look, they're short ones, and so I need to think how I want to do the rest of it. It looks good. Wow, I love it. If I could just grow like flowers, climbing plants there, that would be great. And so because I have this vine tree, it's growing out the new branches, and so I thought I can lead them through these rails onto this screening and just let them grow up this whole thing. Wouldn't that be great? I used to have them here. It looked so beautiful, but unfortunately it's just not good for the roof because they damage the roof by keeping the moisture on the roof, which lets the moss growing on it, which in turn traps everything that falls on the roof, like leaves, dirt, what else, which all damage the roof panels. As what's left of it after I cut them off the roots, and it needs cleaning. It would be nice, absolutely nice, to let it overgrow this wall. It would be nice. But you know what they do? They just break into the house. See? They're buggers. They just break into the house. They break the roof. See? They grow out the roof panels and they break the roof panels and yeah, it's just causing damage. Not good. Unfortunately, I do love that cottagey look when it's overgrown with the vine, but if you want the house to last, then no, not a good idea. And so yeah, because it's growing there and I tried to destroy the roots, I put salt there, I put hot boiling water on those roots, and they still keep producing the new plants. They're still alive. And so I let it grow on this wall, and then I just keep an eye on it so that it doesn't go under the, roofing. But yeah, most of them I cut, but now I can just lead them out through these rails onto this fence. Wouldn't that look great? Yeah, so I was thinking if I screen it off, it would look... No, it would just cover all these beautiful shrubs, this tree, the flowers, the new trees. I like to see my new trees, how they're doing. Look. I'm liking this idea, letting it overgrow with the climbing shrubs, yes, but again, it will take some time to grow. I need something immediately, but not made out of hard material, rather something that is easy to adjust and move around once the climbing plants start to grow. So I found this fabric in a garden center, and I think perhaps something along these lines. See, and I just attached what I used the summer before. See, just for you to see how this black fabric will go up, still letting light through, but it wouldn't be transparent or anything. So yeah, see, this is very important that it's not blocked off totally. Otherwise this would be shade, but I just like how the light shines through. And I know maybe for some that is like a little bit tacky, but for me, who has lived in Spain and seen all this stuff, like simple stuff, you don't complicate things too much. Or if there is no other choice, see, beautiful. Why not? To let the light through. Yeah, I think I would go for like a different color maybe if there was any choice, but because it's like agriculture material, which you put on top of your little baby crop so it doesn't freeze or something like that in early spring. They only had black option, but black is also nice. And black kind of blends in with the trunks and shadows and things. We'll see when we put it up. I just need to secure the structure a little bit more, and yeah, then I'll show you in the next video the result. Also, these guys. I will redo these chairs as well. The outdoor benches. These are just a bit there. Anyways, guys, too much is not also okay. It's my life, story of my life. Anyways, too much is also not a good thing. I will leave you this time. Next time I will show you how this privacy screen looks with this black fabric on. Okay, it's gonna be awesome, and maybe we will also do the benches and maybe also do the table.